Hey everyone, Soundwave 884 here, and in this review, I'm taking a look at Deluxe Class Studio Series 86 Perceptor. And this is him based on his appearance in Transformers the movie from 1986, or you can say it is from the G1 cartoon. Here he is, the figure, the box. I do like the box art. Of course, the blue here is more of a brighter blue, which here is more of the dull blue. From the back, he is big screen inspired, scale, detail, and backdrop. Bio here. After observing a fleet of incoming enemies, Perceptor reports that a cursory evaluation of Decepticon capability indicates a distinct tactical deficiency. In other words, they're outnumbered. Which that was said by Springer at the Battle of Autobot City. 20 steps get you all around and goes to the microscope, none working, unlike the original G1 and Titans Returns technically. And then he does transform into his mortar cannon or his military style tank, as you want to call it, whichever way you want to put it with that. So let's take a look at everything. You'll get his weapon right here, which is very reminiscent of the G1 that comes with this Perceptor. So just took it right out of your hand. G1 Perceptor actually came with two weapons. It was a black rifle with a red tip, which actually from Dakar in the original Perceptor there, it fired a missile, spring loaded. Of course, in America they dulled that down. We get this rifle here, and this is original G1 toy. And then Perceptor here, you got himself. He's got a nice white border. Very, very. Let's put him right here. And I'll go ahead and put his animation model up so you can take a quick comparison with that. It's a good comparison. It's really nice. I do like this figure. And I did do a YouTube Shorts. You can check it out on my channel. I've also uploaded it to my Instagram. Just check that out. It's Soundwave_884_reviews. There's a link down in the description below. Also, I put it on my Facebook page. Links also down below. And I just sort of did a little parody of the original G1 commercial for Perceptor, where that commercial advertised him as a working microscope. This one here is a non-working microscope. But Perceptor is very nice. People will probably bitch and complain about the big hole in his back, but hey, that's where his head goes in transformation. I'm sure somebody will make a filler for that, but then you have to remove it all the damn time when you want to fold his head in. So it really makes no sense to even fill in that gap, and you're not really going to pose it looking that way anyway, and it's not that bad, in my opinion. Now, articulation on the figure, you get your elbow bends to there. He's got ball joint in his shoulders, you get to there. And you can 360 around here. No wrist swivels. You do get a 360 waist swivel out of Perceptor. Hips go all the way up to there. You get that little transformation bit you can see there. This is where you can get your swivels. Is right up here. Knee bends way back there. It's actually hinged back here at the screw. It's where you get your, it's not really a hinge, but it's where you get your bend at. You have ankle tilts right here. And toes just fold in for transformation, or fold down for transformation. They don't fold all the way in. Head, you got a slight rock, and you can 360 all around. We just have some shoulder pads here, kind of getting in your way. And you get your biceps swivel. I think I forgot to do that right there. So it's a nice Perceptor. Do some quick comparisons here. Next to the G1. This is actually a reissue Perceptor. I don't know why, but I sold my original G1, and I really like that toy, and I still have my memory of going to Toys R Us and picking that figure out. I saw it on the shelf, said, I like the look of that one. I want that one. So this is the G1 Perceptor. Now here he is next to the Titans Returns version. Yes, you could get, I think, count them at United, whatever it was, in Dakar. You'd had a little more animation, closer color scheme. This here is more based on the toys, you can tell, but the bluish greens here on the figure. Now this Titans Return is not that bad. Now, comparing it to this one, it feels like a piece of crap. You might as well just toss it. That's just in feeling. Now, I do remember seeing when this figure was first revealed. Someone had commented online. I found this humorous. Oh my god, it's just the Titans Returns, just reworked, retooled. No, it's not. It's not this. It's not that. No. Next to his Autobot City companion, because they were battling the cassettes up top, here he is with Kingdom or Legacy Blaster. Next to Earthrise Optimus Prime. Next to the Deluxe Class Wheeljack from Kingdom or from Earthrise. And next to Studio Series 86 Blur. And his companions from Microbots. Here is Bumblebee and Titans Returns Brawn, which doesn't really scale with the current stuff anymore. So I'm hoping they re-hit the mini-bots and give us a proper Brawn, gears, and the like. Closer look at Perceptor's head sculpt. It's got a decent one there. It's pretty good. Nothing bad. It does look kind of this, depressed or just I'm busy, Braun. Don't, you'll break the heart of Cybertron. That's the best voice I can do for him. But he's a nice looking figure. This is more of a off-white paint for the chest piece here and on the what would be chrome in the G1 toy here and here on the lens. And what really sucks is this does not turn, and so this does not come in and out. Even the crappy, he's still laying down, Titans Returns version at least got some articulation, you can say there, where this would come in and out. So it actually did something. So that's one good thing on the Titans Returns that the Studio Series does not feature. Yeah, he fell over. Like, I care. Being with all the articulation, you can get some nice poses out of Perceptor. He holds it very well. That's another thing with the Titans Returns version. Didn't really tab in or lock in robot mode. Whereas Studio Series A6 Perceptor really nails that. And yes, the gun does support blast effects. Alright, so let's transform Perceptor into his microscope mode. Very simple. He's going to fold his hands in. And they did paint the underside the same kind of blue color as this plastic here. So it blends in very well when he's in microscope mode. Come back, do that. You want to take this right here. You just want to fold it over to the side. Take his head. 180 his face around to face his back. And you're just going to fold that in. So it's got the cutout here for the top crest and locks right into place. And now you can take his arms. You see this right here. This little hook here, it goes over these tabs and locks his arms into place. You want to bring those down like this. As you do so, 180 his shoulders around like this. You want the hollow bit here to face up. And then you're going to push this in until it kind of locks. Come up here to this piece. You want to now bring this up to where it's like this, and this one here is going to come up and the tab's going to go right into this little gap here, and that will lock that into place. Now you take these, and these are going to come up, and you see this little tab in here. There's this little slot right here. Bring these up, and that is just going to tab over that. And you take him here, bring his legs up like he's sitting. And you're going to bring his legs out like this. And then that little hinge piece here, bring his legs in. And then you're going to just fold his feet down. Then you take this piece here. It actually tabs in. There's two tabs on his chest that go in the slots here. Open that up. I say be careful with that. Is a metal pin here. And the plastic, you don't want to put too much pressure at the top part because it's translucent. Clear plastic, you could possibly snap that. Just be gentle with that piece. Then you pretty much got them into mode here. You just want to bring this down like this. And I do like the fact that this is ratcheted, so it can hold different angles for a pose. So that's the one cool thing that I did pay a little more attention to keeping this. So that way, over time, it would not get floppy. The lens, it wouldn't go back and forth. So it makes a decent looking microscope. There he is, checking out starts from his crown before it turns to ashes. And here's a comparison with the G1 and the Titans Returns in microscope mode. They all look pretty much similar. You're going to accomplish pretty much these same things. This figure just sits on his butt, puts his legs out, and holds his arms up. And he's got this. It's a very simple transformation on all three. Pretty much all but the same kind of way. And it's fine. It works. I do like this one because it looks a little more cartoon accurate, which is the whole point of this. But at least these two actually can turn the dial and make the lens part come in and out, whereas this one is just static. Another thing in microscope mode is that you can't actually even see through his lens. It's from hard on camera, but when you look through that, it's just, you can't see anything. It's all red, and it's like a white line going up and down. Only time you can notice a difference in the coloration is if you actually point it at a light, and then it just gets really bright through it. At least to the other ones, you can sort of see something and sort of make out something. And this one, you can't make out anything at all. So that's a downside on that. Alright, so let's transfer Perceptor into his mortar cannon mode, tank mode, whatever you want to call it. It's very simple. It takes 2 more steps from this point to get to it. All we're going to do is bring his legs down like this. And then we're going to just take this at this little hinge here, and we're just going to go the other way with it. So it comes around. Now you have this other little like tank mode, and you can bring this down like that. So you can have it all the way down like this to form a tank, or you can kind of prop them up like this, and it'll be like a mortar cannon where you can shoot at Decepticons. Again, this is ratcheted, so you can angle it up. Then you can take like a little mini bot. Okay, this little guy, I know he's a Decepticon, but he's the first one I found. You can put him back here like it's a blast shield, and he's, arming the cannon to take down Starscream and the jets in the sky. Alright, comparison with the Titans Returns and the G1 version in this cannon mode. Now, the Studio Series 86 does not have any wheels. G1 has wheels, and the Titan Returns has transparent wheels, but they pretty much suck. So, yeah, don't expect much out of those. So they can sort of roll. The G1 has nice big wheels. And you actually get him into a tank mode where you can actually collapse him down even more. Like this. And then you raise that up like that. And then he rolls really good. Like that. So G1, I think, is tops for that. He does a better tank. Does a better cannon. Well, I don't want to say better cannon. He does a better tank. And he actually has good wheels, and he rolls really good. Time turn sucks in that. We'll just scoot him to the side. But I think this one makes an excellent looking mortar cannon. Now, time to turns did have tabs where you actually can tab the legs into this in that mode. And you can take little Titan Masters, and you can stand them up. They can tab into that as well. Final thoughts on Studio Series 86 Perceptor. I love the overall look of the figure. Now, he is a little lightweight. I'll say that right there. Not very many gaping holes on the figure. People don't like hollowness. Now, he does have hollow bits, especially his arms. When you fold his hands out, you have a hole there in his forearms. And, of course, his upper shoulder area is pretty hollow there. But you don't really notice it in robot mode. In his legs, because the way it transforms, it's not like a big gaping hole there. So it's not that bad. The biggest problem I guess be his back. But at least that's his back, and that is definitely for transformation. Articulation on the figure, excellent. I kind of wish they'd give more of these guys wrist swivels, but he doesn't really need them. Overall look of the toy is very G1 cartoon. I know I lean to the cartoon. I love the look of this figure. Yeah, I recommend it over Titans Returns. If you had that, please just no, I don't like that one as compared to that one. That one is good for its time. This one is head and shoulders better. But it's a definite recommend in my book. Nice figure. Not as solid of a feeling figure as, say, Voyager Blaster back there. But definitely better quality than I would say this blur standing next to him. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next ones. Peace out.
You'll hit the hearts of Cybertron. Ron, stop being an idiot.